Before we get into the Stitchmas fun, I just have to tell you about the fall warehouse sale happening now at Spellbinders. This amazing sale includes deals from $1, doorbuster deals, and past club deals, so be sure to check that out in the link in my video description below. Now let's get to the Stitchmas fun. Okay, we're past the halfway point, friends, and it's time for the 12 Days of Stitchmas, Day 7. So let's flip over here to Day 7. Let me grab my tweezers. I love the sweater on here. Let's see what we find in the window today. Oh, it's another sentiment. Hooray, I love sentiments. Okay, this one says warm wishes. Love it. I cannot wait to put this one together. Okie dokie, let's take a look at this set. So I've gone ahead and cut out my Day 7 Warm Wishes die cut. And I did warm in red, and obviously when you cut this all together from the same piece of cardstock, you're going to have warm and wishes both in the same color. So I have a spare wishes there. But then I decided to use one of my favorite gold cardstocks, and this is the Treasured cardstock. Now I'm using the gold assorted pack, and it comes with glitter, matte brushed, mirror, and pearl. And I decided to go with pearl for this one. You can see that beautiful sheen that it has without the shine like a mirror or brushed. It's even more matte than the matte metallic. And so I used that one for wishes. The other thing I die cut is the shadow layer to keep that like front and center to help it stand out on my card front. Now I also decided to grab something out of my stash because that's one of the best things to do when you have this set. And this is the Petite Blooms and Sentiments. It is totally okay for you to do it the exact same way. And I did that here. I cut out the flowers and the leaves and the For You in the same color. So I have a little For You tag. I have lighter green leaves, darker green leaves, a little poinsettia, and then gold for the centers and the branches. So I decided that why recreate the wheel when you can, do what the amazing team at Spellbinders has already done here. So I'm grabbing some pink embroidery thread, and I am going to stitch through the warm stitching die. Now that my stitching is complete, I'm going to glue the die cut to the shadow layer. And I'm going to put something heavy on there for when that's drying, and then I can glue up the wishes word. And there's my stitch sentiment. Now it's time for me to create my card. And when I think of something warm, I think of a sweater and warm colors. So I'm going to use Pink Lemonade from Concord & Ninth to just give a little hint, just a little hint of pink on the edges of my cardstock. Now this white cardstock is 80-pound cardstock that I've cut down to 4 by 5 1/4, so it's just under A2. So then I can adhere that to a colored base if I want to. Next, I'm going to use this 3D embossing folder called Tufted, and I love that it reminds me of a comforter, a nice down comforter. So when I think of something warm, I think of being under a blanket or a comforter, and so this is why I'm using this for the Warm Wishes sentiment. I'm going to take my panel and put it in the folder to be sure that I have it centered on that quilted design. both left and right and top and bottom. Then I'm going to run that through my Platinum 6 machine. Okay, let's see the reveal on this one. Look how pretty that is. Wow, the dimension on this is pretty spectacular. Love it. I am going to adhere my embossed panel down with this nice wide foam tape. Before I adhere my sentiment down, I want to be sure that I know where all of my flowers are going, just so I can make room for them. Now I'm going to go ahead and put together the poinsettia that I had cut twice so that I could layer that up. I can also go ahead and build this little branch with all of the red flowers on here too. And then I can go ahead and place the leaves around the flowers. And I definitely think that I want my floral arrangement to be something like this. But it gets a little bit hard to keep adding things on top without adhering anything down. So I'm gonna go ahead and start to commit. I want to add a little bit of texture to my tag. So I'm cutting some metallic thread. This is E436 from DMC. And I'm going to grab 2 pieces. Now this metallic thread is a bit difficult to use, but I'm going to attempt to thread it through the tag and pull it through, just so there is a little bit of that metallic texture on the card front. And to make it a little bit nicer, I am going to tie a knot on the end. So I'm going to tuck my string just underneath the end of the poinsettia here and keep that in place with a little bit of glue. I feel as though we can't finish this card without adding some pink sequins. These were actually sequins that I got in last year's Advent calendar, the Crafty Advent calendar from Spellbinders, which is also now available. And every day for 25 days, or 24 days actually, just like a regular Advent calendar, you get some really fun goodies. And sequins are one of the things that are generally included in the Advent. So it's pretty fun to get a new. And there we go. We have warm wishes for day 7 of the 12 Days of Stitchmas. What a cute card. Thanks so much for watching as I shared what I created with day 7 of the 12 Days of Stitchmas die set. I really loved the sentiment. I love a stitched word, and I paired it with a favorite 3D embossing folder and floral die set, which Spellbinders is so known for. Be sure to check out the links to all of the products that I used to create this card. Give this video a thumbs up And be sure to subscribe to see more 12 Days of Stitchmas videos. Thanks so much for watching and happy creating.